Good morning. Good afternoon. Good morning. It's your girl, Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show. I want to first say hi, everybody. I hope everybody's healthy and happy. But shout outs to Sheila. She is a consultant for Bedrooms Candy. She was Candy's for my last guest last Saturday. She gifted me with Majestic now candy, bedroom candies now have makeup. So make sure y'all get familiar with bedroom candies. And also my girl Sheila, she does parties. I think you have to spend at least like $25-50 to do a party. You need at least 5 people. But hit her up on IG at Sheila underscore bedroom candies. This is it's all on the top of my head.
Dang,
You see
that's
that?
good. That's
you see
good.
that?
Yeah.
So hit up Candy, hit up Miss Sheila, and it is happy birthday. It is Candy's birthday as well. I think it was yesterday. So happy birthday to Candy. Shout out to my girl Sheila. Bedroom, she's a consultant. We had a great time. We talked about how she actually inspired people to be more confident, be their self. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. I had a good time. I had a good time. A great time. A great time. So I am planning a little party with her. I will keep y'all posted. Okay. So first, I want to say shout outs to Mirror's Lighthouse. I am a brand ambassador for Big Mirror's Lighthouse. She has hair extensions, she has eyelash extensions, and she do the lash strips. She just did a Mother Day giveaway, but if y'all want to get familiar with Mirror's Lighthouse, she has several different styles. I have a more natural style on today, but I'm holding, right now I'm holding Raleigh and Amber. They're more dramatic and she also have a style called Dramatic Queen. So get familiar with my girl, Mirror's Lighthouse, okay? She is mobile. She will come to you if you want to get cute, and that's another way to build yourself in a self-esteem. That is important. No, you're not supposed to be validated by this stuff, okay? Don't be validated by it, but it is a way to build your inner beauty, your self-esteem, okay? So make sure y'all get familiar with Mirror's Lighthouse, and you can catch me every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 on Radioonfire. You know, Diamond K is responsible for producing and everything like that. Go to radioonfire.com or go to thevmix.com, either one. But no, to go to thevmix.com and get familiar with my playlist. That's if you want to know what artists been to my show, you can go to thevmix.com and get familiar with a few of the artists that been to my show. It is a playlist out right now. I am gearing up for my second playlist, volume 2.
Yeah.
Get familiar. So I want y'all to stay tuned with the guests that come on my show. And also get familiar with Miss V. You know, I've run into so many great people. Like, I'm for real. Like, a lot of great people. Like, shout outs again to Trey for her stuffed pineapple. I'm still like, that was so good. That was so good. But anyway, today is the day that I want to talk to Live, okay? Yeah. Official Live. Yeah. He is a talented artist. I want to say not only just in Baltimore, he does travel. He has courage to me. Like, I'm so excited to ask him a few questions.
Yeah.
He has a single coming out this Tuesday. I'm getting loud.
Woo-hoo.
This Tuesday,
yeah.
May the 21st. It's called One Way. But I want y'all to know y'all still need God. Y'all still need to get familiar with Need God. We're going to go into a commercial shortly, and y'all going to get what I'm saying, all right? But Live is very people person oriented, so I know he can introduce himself.
What's up, everybody? I'm official Live. My name is Live, you know what I mean? But I'm just so excited to be here right now. I'm just smiling, you know what I mean? I love, people, so, you know what I mean? I'm official Live, everybody. Listen, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited
with the one and only Miss V. You know what I mean? So you gotta be icy if you sitting next to her, cause you know what I mean. She plugging everybody in. You know what I mean? Doing everything real big, not just in the DMV, but wherever you from. You know what I mean? She showing love to you. You know what I mean? You already see her stamping up everybody before the show starts. So you know what I mean? She ain't gotta do that. That's just on her heart to do. So you know what I mean?
Thank you.
I'm just excited to be here.
May 21st.
May 21st. One way.
So we're gonna get into this single real quick.
Okay,
right?
let's go.
We want to talk about, are you a writer or you just an artist? You just perform?
I don't write music. Music come out of me. I don't like hand it. So I just go in the studio and whatever the Lord give me.
Whatever
when I'm in there. Yeah, I just listen to the beat and the music come right out right there.
So you just freestyle everything?
Yeah, pretty much just like, not like a freestyle. I just listen to the music and I take a take and I'm like, hold up, blah, 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 blah. I like that, keep that. Then I start finishing more, punching more stuff and I like that, keep that. And the song just start coming together. Yeah.
So you kind of like, I think another artist is like that. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but known artist. I think Jay or somebody do something like that. Jay-Z, they just go in the studio, they feel a song, and they put it on track. Yep. So it seems like you enjoy getting on the stage.
Oh, yeah,
You just had a performance, I want to say this past Mother's Day or something like that?
Yeah, 2 shows. Was it Mother's Day? No, I did Mother's Day, yeah. It was an event at the, what's that? It's on Liberty Road, the Palladium.
The Palladium.
So we did an event at the, on Mother's Day at the Palladium, a big show out there, and one of the first times I performed One Way, it was It was awesome.
How was
it?
it?
Awesome. Yeah,
The feedback was real.
The feedback always real. When One Way come on, you can't help but to dance. And when you start dancing, you know what I mean, you start really rejoicing in something that's greater than you. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about One Way. How did that come about? Who was responsible for that track? Who produced it?
Shout out to Mandy Hunt. He produced the track, but I was responsible for everything that you hear on the song. It was just crazy how I never even knew I wasn't going to the studio to make the song. I just had the beat, and when the beat came on, exactly what you hear, blessing and graces to y'all. I was like, oh man, this is crazy. And then I just got into a Caribbean spirit, full of the Holy Spirit, and just everything just started coming out me like lightning. And I just ran through the song in probably like an hour.
So how long did how long did it take you to record? How long? Because it's coming out May 21st, this Tuesday.
Yeah.
But how long did it take you a while to get everything? Or it just was like, boom?
I just ran straight through it.
So everything happened this year?
Like about like an hour. Just the song One Way. When I went into the studio, I ran through the song in 1 hour.
Dang.
Yeah.
People gotta take some takes. So you live for real. You live for real.
I mean, you said
All right, so let's give people like a history of your collaboration with Mandy Hunt. Did that just happen, or you kind of knew him for a while?
No, actually, I found the song. I found the track on. I never even actually met Randy. I met Mandy per se, but I seen the track and I just got it. I bought the track, and I mean, because he did it, and his gifts is in it. I'm stamping him up all the way because eventually we're gonna be doing a lot of business together, and I'm getting him a check. So
let's talk about your music journey.
Okay.
How long have you been doing music?
Oh, wow.
Seriously doing music. You know, a lot of people, I don't feel like, I'm not trying to dead nobody, but seriously, like to really be like, you get in a team, and you know, even not to say that you wasn't serious before your team, like how long have you been serious about music?
I've been serious about music. Like my whole music background is ridiculous. Like my best friend Tess free band Tess. So you know what I mean. I've been around people who was making music for a long time, and I always been the best at making hooks. Always been the best at making hooks. What made me really get to wanting to do, really make me want to really do music was it was more so I was hearing when I was in the street, I was hearing people talk about my life, and they was lying. They was talking about they was selling bricks, they was having cars, they was messing with this, doing all this type of stuff, and I was like, man, if they can go on a song and lie about it, I really live it. So people know what time it is with me. So that's what motivated me to really start you know what I mean, rapping. But yeah, just because it was like easy because I really lived that life I was talking about. But then after a while, I started really saying like, man, I'm really good at this. I'm really gifted at this. So I started taking it serious. And when I started taking it serious, things started happening, and situations like I started doing like songs with like Lord Scooter. We still got something on World Star together. Like YG Tech, man, him still got songs back in the day. You know what I mean? We still got songs together. Even Tess, it just went on to a whole nother level. And then some other things that started happening.
So you switched. So you didn't start off being a spiritual plug.
Nah, I started off being a real plug.
Okay.
Not saying a spiritual plug.
Known.
I started out being a drug dealer, the drug dealer's plug. Like you know what I mean? Because if they couldn't find no work, I was the one who had to go drive and go find the bricks.
What gave you the courage to switch over and to do music about God and spirituality? What gave you the courage to switch over? Because we had to give a little background. You got to give a background. People want to know where you come from. Like, you know, they want to know who they supporting as well. Yeah. But what was that switch to now? Like, if you want to get into that.
The switch was more. It was more like I ain't even want this. When I met the Lord in 2014 in my living room, I ain't even want to do music no more. I was just like, man, I know God, and I was like, man, forget this music. I threw all my music away. And what happened was 3 years later, after spending time with the Lord, I believe He developed me in that secret place where as though He was like, well, I didn't give you this gift for you not to use it, but He showed me how to use it for His glory. I was already bold. I was already, you know what I mean, like, yo, it don't make a difference what nobody think about me. But when I stepped out and started doing it, even the dudes in the streets was feeling it. They was like, yo talking about God, but I can relate to yo because it's a way the Lord gave me. He gave me a way of doing it, whereas though the streets can relate to it. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, and to this day I know that people lost in these streets right now and they don't know God. So if they can relate to me from my past and see where I'm at now, it's kind of like they be like, yo, if God can do that in your life, I know He can do it in mine as well. And I'm gonna be bold about it because people dying and they going to hell. If we don't step up and say something and really preach this message, then a lot of kids ain't got no other options because they ain't listening to everybody and they can't relate to everybody. You know what I mean? So
you was always bold. You wasn't nervous that your friends was gonna look at you like, oh my goodness, like now you rapping about the Most High. Like, what is you doing? Like, you didn't feel no way about that.
No, because I was always the boss setter when it came to my friends. Even though some of them, you know what I mean, they was doing what they was doing. Even I don't care who you was. If you was around me, I was the influencer. You know what I mean? I was the one who people was worrying about robbing them. Or I was the one that was, when people came around, I was the muscle. You know what I mean? I was the one who around. So when it came down, me switching over, it was like, yo, it must be for real. So it's like, yo, I want to get to know Christ. I want to get to know God. But I guess they couldn't really, die to their self, die to their flesh. But, you know what I mean? Some of them got saved and some of them, you know what I mean, still trying to move in that direction.
I'm so glad to have this interview with you.
I
never had nobody like, look, I did that. I had singles with this person, a single with Lord Scooter, that person. And it's okay. So 2014 is when it switched over to you being a spiritual plug. And so your name stayed the same. Was it always Live?
It was E-Live at first. E-Live. Yeah, it was E-Live. But my name is, it was spelled Aaron, E-R-I-N, last name Livas. So pretty much I just took the Livas. Chopped the R-S off of it and just kept it Live. And then my first name was E at first. It was everybody used to call me E, so I was like, man, I just be E-Live. But then when I met the Lord, I just was like, man, forget the E, man. He did. I'm just going to call him Live. So I'm still Live. Yeah.
You heard me. I like this. So how do you see the church for the next generation? How do you see other people going into the direction you going into, or the church? Because everybody don't associate spirituality with the church. Some people do. But how do you see the church for the next generation, or spirituality for the next generation?
I'm encouraged.
I hope they.
I'm very encouraged because what's happening. Yeah. I'm super encouraged because I mean, whether a lot of people don't know, there's a lot of people out here who really ain't really with nothing religious. They just want God. So I think the scene is switching. I think the old tradition and religion and all these different doctrines of demons is getting out of the way, and people really coming to know and spend time with God for themselves. You know what I mean? And they really starting to know for themselves. I think you starting to see people really take God out of the box and just allow him to do whatever he want to do in their life, and it's being more looked at like, yo, I can relate to God. I thought God was like this, but they was looking at people. They was looking at man. So I think, you know what I mean, because God's so faithful in His word, and His word at the end of the day, saying He preserving people. He keeping
to the Most High.
He keeping people. So I'm encouraged about the next generation because I know there's a lot of people out here who God preparing to go out here and reach this next generation. He faithful. He love everybody. He gonna pull as many people out who want to come out.
He gonna play that.
Straight
I
up.
think people do got the Most High pegged the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like I think they think he real meek and like no, he don't play that. He live.
Yeah, he definitely live.
So what do you feel is missing in spirituality? That connection with the generation and the spirituality, or the generation in church, or what you think is missing?
I think transparency is the main thing is missing. People like really not being able to feel like though they can relate to the people of God, not God, just the people who represent God. I think that's the part that's missing. I think even with church leaders, a lot of the church leaders don't get what music can do to the next generation. So they just thinking sometimes it's about just sitting in this pulpit and just preaching all the time at a kid or whatever. And that is a place for that. But you got to understand what's working. Like a kid will put some music on quicker than they put a sermon on.
True.
So if that same word being preached in a way that they can really get it, then they hear it that way. And a lot of the churches ain't really receiving. I'm telling you, they need to be knocking Christian hip hop music down. They need to be banging on the door saying, we need you in here this Sunday for our youth. Because if you don't, because that's the way to the ear gate, that's the way to their eye gates, you know what I mean? Because they're inspired by music. And the music that's coming out now, there's a lot of soldiers out here who really repping hard for the kingdom. And they effective, but I think with the mainstream churches need to get behind it and really get focused and really see this as a way of fishing and reaching lost people. That's what's really missing. Yeah.
And I don't even think it's just a household. I think the Most High is missing, and the relationship with the Most High is missing, and it's bigger than music. Even though the music is such a big tool and a big driving force and a vehicle to impact and change. But I think it's a lot of mean people. It's a lot of people, y'all missing the Most High. Like, it's a lot of people just on a basic level of life and living. They're missing the Most High and they need God.
Yeah, they need him. They need him.
So you had a single called Need God though, right?
Yeah.
So that's actually before One Way coming out. You had Need God. Tell us about Need God.
So Need God.
Collaboration with DJ Reds. Right?
Shout out to my bro.
Shout outs to DJ Reds. Come
Reds.
on, get me on your show. Come through.
Hey.
What, I ain't big enough for you?
No, he gon'. I'm
What,
telling
I ain't big enough for you,
Riz, I'm telling you right now.
Like, tell him to come through. I'm trying to
Riz
interview with
already love you.
Oh, you did?
Already love you. And I ain't even got. I can speak for him in that area because I can tell you, he one of the most genuine people.
I met him
ever.
a few times. I met him from Coppin. Like, I got some mutual Coppin friends, and I actually ran into DJ Reds. Yeah. And I knew he was up on something. And at that time, I wasn't that confident.
Yeah.
I had some things I was trying to figure out. Yeah. That was you said you had a 2014 moment. Yeah. That was about 2009, 7, 8. I was like, what am I doing with my life? I got a degree. What else?
Right.
I don't know, but I was, so shout out to DJ Reds though. I love what he's doing. I want to come on your show.
He want to come on. He need to come on your show.
I would love him to be here. But all right, anyway, enough about me. Need God.
So Need God. Shout out to DJ Reds again. Shout out to my wife. I see you, baby. You just joined in.
Hey, baby. Hey, wifey.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah. Little live surfboard up in the belly. You already know.
I'm gonna ask some questions about your beautiful wife too. Then.
Oh yeah, ask questions about it. We can go. You gotta be thinking about it right now. Let's get focused. All right, Need God. Need God is it's a real record. It's a real record. It's because when 2014 I got shot in my back and I was in a Lexus coupe, small little car, and 10 shots went through the car while I was in the car. And I ain't talk about God, look for God, or even think about God up until that moment when I knew I was probably about to lose my life. And the first thing I said was, God, don't let me die like this. But before then, I was doing any kind of thing. I probably had work everywhere, probably just hit a lick, probably just did anything. But at that moment, I knew that, only person could save me was God. And I know that's the reality of a lot of street dudes or a lot of people in any situation. You get cancer, the first thing you thinking is the doctor saying it's over. So that's what you asking for.
God.
Prayer. God, can you save me? And that's the message of Need God. Like, I don't care who you are. When there's no other option at the end of the day, you living your life, you balling, you ain't thinking about God. Somebody coming to you trying to talk to you about God, you ain't trying to hear it. But when you about to lose your life and you really about to go through that last moment where as though you can't nobody save you, the first thing people screaming is God. I don't care if you're an atheist or not. You like, oh my God, even you just it's just in you really to cry out to your creator.
Real talk.
Yeah.
So that track came in. Was that another one where you just went in there and you was just
thing.
live?
Same
you
thing.
Heard the
same
beat.
Thing. Heard the beat and I was like, whole world saying now need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God. Bullets hit your body, now you need God. And now you about to die, now you scream God. And it's the reality. It was my reality, and I was speaking from a raw place. I was speaking everything when I'm making music is from a raw place. One Way was one of the most different records I ever made.
Okay.
That's why I knew it was the one. But Need God is just one of the most transparent, reachable records that you can I've ever made. And it hit home to whoever you are.
Is it on all platforms now?
It will be on all platforms. As soon as we get this deal done with Orchard and this distribution and they make it happen, shout out to DJ Reds again, bro. Love you again. But we gotta get this Orchard
I do the same thing.
We gotta get this Orchard deal done.
So your journey, wow. So besides music, who is live? Like besides music. Your husband. So all right, how long have you been married? Did she slide in your DMs or you slid in her DMs? How did that go? Like, did you date her? Did you court her? What'd you do?
Well,
did she pull up on you?
No, I pulled up on her actually. I was young with a little bag.
What?
So I thought I could have any girl. She said I was super cocky. You know what I mean? I had a big boy act when they was that year, and I pulled up at that job.
Oh, I had an act too.
And I was me. Yeah, I was
I had 2 acts.
Wow, you was on it.
I always work and did my thing, But anyway, we going back to wifey. Okay. Wifey, you pulled up on it in a big act.
She was working at, and I was pulling up on my man. He had worked at her job too, and I was like, yo, who's that? She had some it was like a Cinderella story in the sense, like, cause she had like her work clothes on, but I could still see her body. I was like, yo, my flesh was like, man.
So the flesh got you
Yeah, the
first.
flesh had me because
flesh.
I was living in the flesh. So I was like,
how did you know she was sent for you, or from the Most High, or she did?
I remember because when I got with her, she ain't really like me. She said I was cocky, so she was like, you too cocky. I don't like you, and I still was pursuing her, and she was kicking it with this one. She had a little friend she was talking to, and I found out he had some kids, whatever. So just because she was, I was hating a little bit. Because I was like, I was driving one day, and I was like, yo, how she don't want me? So I called her phone like, yo, what you spending time with your baby? I mean, you taking care of all your kids. He got kids, you ain't got no kids. Why you with him? I'll take you wherever you want to go. I'll take you wherever you want to do. I'll do whatever. And she was like, you ignorant. You know I ain't got no kids. Click, and hung up on me. And I started laughing. And then one day I was actually around the corner from here. And she had called me. No, I had called her and told her I was going to make her some lobster and steak dinner. I can't even cook. Can't even boil water.
Wait. So you say you told her that?
Yeah.
So did you get like somebody else to come and cook?
No.
You get your manager
my
Everett to come and cook? Somebody come and cook for you?
No, my homeboy said that boy can't cook nothing. He told her. So I ended up taking her out to dinner. No, hold up. Rewind. All right, play. All right, here we go.
All right.
So look, I got on the conversation talking to her about I don't know where it came from. I ain't talking about Jesus, but I started talking to her about the Lord. I don't know why. I'm still selling drugs. I never talked to nobody about God. I started talking to her about the Lord, and we started agreeing. This she agreed to go on a date with me. I don't know how that happened. Next thing you know,
the Lord did it.
Yeah, he did it. He did it. Yeah. So we went.
He was the plug.
Yeah, he was the plug. So we went on a date. And then when we went on the date, she couldn't stop being around. Yeah, and then what made her more interested, what made her more valuable to me is that she didn't give in
right away.
Right away. She took a long time before I ever got intimate with her. She kept it. She held it down, and that's what made me consistently go after her. Like, man, you know what I mean? She was like really like, no, you ain't getting none. I don't care. Go do what you want to do. You ain't getting none of this. I'm like, yo, I'm trying everything. I said, you know what? One day, I said, you ain't gonna give me none? Well, I'm gonna go get some from somebody else. And she was like, bye. And I was like, dang. I left her in the house. I probably went and got some from somebody else, but I still wanted her. And I think through that process, I really got to know her more, and that's what made her more valuable and more that gave her that wife quality in me. So. That's why. So
he said a smile like after he gave the story. He said,
yeah.
Give some dating advice for the ladies and the men real quick. And then we're going to get into how your team formulated in 2014. And we're going to go into your commercial too. We still got to go into that Need God commercial. You know that, right?
You like the most iciest, dripping.
You feel me? Tell them people out here. Tell them.
Yeah, if y'all ain't
the
getting no
Mix
interview
on Radio on Fire.
Radio on Fire is crazy. If y'all ain't getting no interview right here, I don't know what y'all doing.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know. I ain't gonna say they hating, but
yeah. If they hating, that's a good thing because they talking. So let's keep them talking.
Anyway. Give some dating advice, seriously. Because you got your women. Let's get a little.
If I can give some dating advice to men or women, first of all, this is gonna be tough for a lot of people.
No, you gotta give it because women are having a hard time.
Yeah,
they don't know how to give it, just curl it up and keep it tight.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, but give it. Come on.
If I can give any kind of dating advice, I would honestly say to any woman, first of all, know who you are, and have a sense of understanding on your relationship with God before anything, because if a man coming to you and he don't know who he is, I don't care how much money he got, I don't care how much real estate he got, if he don't know God for himself and you don't know God for yourself, then that man or any woman could become an idol, and you could be focusing on that person pleasing you and making that person could be like your source of being happy rather than God himself being your source of happiness. So that's number one. Making sure that y'all content when y'all relationship with God, making sure he know God, making sure you know God, and making sure that at the end of the day you keep that veil, which is y'all inner part. The guy when he go inside of a woman, he break that veil, y'all become in covenant at that time. So God said that he's supposed to be your husband before any of that happened, and you recognize how much a man will really love you and cherish you when you actually really do things the right way and hold that part of you. Hold that part of you, like really don't give it up. Don't give it up for no reason. And if a man say he love you, he will love you enough to not have you
to wait
and not have you in trouble with God. If he love you that much, he won't have you. He won't be like yo. You know God don't want me to do this. If you supposed to love me, you love God. So why would you risk me being in trouble with God by giving you what God said only meant for my husband? So he's supposed to put a rock on that finger. And so I wish I would have did it this way. You know what I mean? Because you know you go through warfare when you do it the other way.
That is so true. So give some advice to the men who not connected to God, who think they supposed to get this stuff early. And they take you get a dinner, and they like, well, can I come over? You just took me get a dinner. You think you're supposed to come over? No. Talk about the men that ain't ready.
I mean.
All right, I'm sorry.
I know. She just had a little moment right there.
Talk about the men that ain't ready. They don't know that.
I mean,
because you said you wasn't there at first.
Yeah,
you just got there. Yeah. So talk to all of them.
So I mean, to any man, like for me personally, I done been through a lot as far as with women. So even when I met the Lord and I became a true faithful man of God with my wife, you know, I'd have had some mess ups in my relationship before my marriage. I mean, even in my marriage, I was doing some stuff. You know what I mean? But when I met the Lord, you know, I still had to deal with all the warfare from my past. So all the women who I dealt with in my past, you know, sometimes that stuff will come in your mind when you actually trying to be intimate with your wife. So you'll start thinking like, you know, the enemy will start saying stuff in your mind like she don't do it like this, or they don't do it like this, or and to have you thinking all this different stuff. Now, if I would have never had sex before marriage, I would never have to worry about that particular part of warfare. So that's why sometimes it's good to really, as a man, you know, you trying to really, because men really do want to be faithful. It's just this right here. No, it's this right here. This flesh. Think about it. This flesh want the kind of food it want when it want it.
True.
It wants sex because
about food
when it want it. So the more you keep feeding this flesh, and if you ain't close to God, there's no kind of way that you can stay and can control this flesh. Because once you start getting some sex, you gonna keep wanting it. So shout out to the men. I'm really gonna preach to y'all about this one. So really, when you as a man who really trying to love a woman the right way, you got to close that door and get quiet with God and really ask Him to show you. Because there's no way that you can really love a woman without actually spending time with God and really knowing God. Like it's no way I could never be faithful to my wife if I wasn't in covenant with God. No way, period. She couldn't trust me. If I was to stop being with God, she can't trust me automatically. I'm a dog straight up without him. So for any woman who looking for a man, you know, you can tell him by his fruit. You can see that certain things he say to you.
I just said that.
Certain things he say to you are already red flags. Certain kind of move justice he give you. Certain kind of, you can feel the finessing, but sometimes y'all see the signs, but y'all won't even take him. But he might be different. You know he ain't different.
We did it like.
You know he the same old,
I don't want to start over though.
Yeah, but you don't want to start over, but you're going to spend 10 more years of your life with the same dude still doing the same old thing. It come to a time you got to cut it off, get along with God, and really wait for God to send you that right guy. Because some dudes out here, I just met one, shout out to Collins, he waited with his wife to have sex until they waited to marriage. And I'm talking about their marriages on a whole nother level. It's special when you see stuff like that. So any man who really trying to hold it down, man, the only thing I would say, man, is really get around some men who already doing it.
Don't get in my DMs no more.
Don't
stay away from me.
DM, but be around men who already living for God, who really want that same thing. Who really want that same kind of
your team, the people you're around is important. It's
important as well. Accountability.
All right, let's talk about team. Let's talk about your awesome team that sent me all these emails, that sent me all these DMs. Only playing. Let's talk about your professional, wonderful team, Everett, Vicky. How did that happen? Did it just happen? Did it fall? You have a Spiritual Plug Entertainment. Tell us about Spiritual Plug Entertainment. Tell me about them. I want to know.
I mean, first of all, you wouldn't even believe right now. God's so good and so faithful. We haven't even been doing what we've been doing for a year yet.
What?
Not even 1 year.
I thought it's been going on for a minute.
No, not even a year yet. I mean, what happens is when you in obedience with God, He is a certain kind of time He put in you, an investment He put in you. So when He take you out of that secret place, He overflow you and overpower you with so much blessing and favor. Everything started operating for His purposes. So what happened was, I made a one song, went to the studio, made one song, and it was like, I did a radio interview, just playing around with my man Collins, just did a radio interview, and the dude was like, yo, I got somebody I want you to meet. I'm like, man, I don't want to meet nobody. I was like, man, I don't even want to know if I really want to do this for real. He like, you need to do this. He called my manager, shout out to life, Everett Johns, you know what I mean? I call him I call him Agent Scott. But that's my homie right there. You go. I call him Agent Scott.
Miss Vicky over there.
But then there's Vicky over there. And man, what happened was, man, God really opened up. Cause he was like, man, I was on the phone with him, and we was on the phone. I was talking to him in the studio, and I was like, yeah, I got this song. But I was like, I didn't even want to talk to him. And the dude was like, you need to talk to him. So the dude, her wife was like, Agent Scott was like, email me the song. So I texted him the song. He was like, what kind of dude text me a song? I ain't even gonna listen to this. But when he listened to the song, he was like, oh my goodness. And he went home to his wife. He was like, babe, you need to listen to this song.
Which is Miss Vicky, right?
Yeah, no, that's his wife.
Sorry, Miss Vicky.
No, his wife's name is Toya.
Miss Toya, how you doing?
Yeah, I call her Mrs. Scott, Agent Scott. But he played the song for Toya.
I love you for real. Hold on.
He played the song for Toya, and Toya was like, "This is," and he was and Life at the time was talking about like, I ain't even want to deal with no music no more.
So he always been managing, but
he was always in a loop. Like he already had deals with.
It made sense to work with him.
He was already like God was doing with me, and he was doing with him. He was doing a lot of this stuff at the same time. We just ain't know each other. This thing was already happening, and what happened is that when I finally met him, and I didn't know I wanted him to be my manager, but when I heard his wife ain't know I was in a truck with him, and I heard the way his wife spoke to him, and she talked to him like he was a king, like he was a man of God, I was like, man, Lord, I don't need to hear nothing else. I want him to be my manager. Ooh. And that was it from there. He became a manager, and then Vic, shout out to
Miss
Vicky. You know what I mean? That's my sister in the spirit. Like, you know what I mean? I hold everybody accountable. I'm like, it's like a
that's
discipleship.
important.
Like, yeah,
my friends is so dope. Shout out to all my friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Shout out to all our friends as well.
Yes, my friends dope.
Y'all got
my family dope, y'all. I'm dope. Like, they dope. I love y'all. All right, so Vicky dope. She your sister in spirit.
Vicky is my sister in the spirit. Awesome, super detailed. Anything out of place, she always on my back about. On a day-to-day, serious about her relationship with Christ, a strong businesswoman, a mother. She really handled our business with our 2 kids, and we just really hold her accountable to be who God called her to be as well. Take everything seriously and so into the vision that God gave her as well. So she believed in what God doing in me. That's important, but it's not only about me. Like, it's things that they got going on in their life that I'm actually involved in as well. Like, just like making sure they're pushing
more artists.
Not just no more artists, just more so just pushing them in whatever God got going on in their life as well. Because it's just not about what God doing in me. Because He's doing something in everybody.
Absolutely.
And I never wanted to be just about yeah.
The V mix is bigger than me. It's definitely for me to hold a conversation with like-minded individuals to get different perspectives, because I grow and I learn every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially having a conversation with you. You gave me some great dating advice. You know what I'm saying? So this is
get a car.
You know what I'm saying? So Spiritual Plug Entertainment, it started in, you said 2014 or a little after that?
No. Spiritual Plug actually started in 2018. 2018. This is so fresh.
This is a baby.
Yeah, this is a man. If you see what we have done in this 1 year, the platform like that God is really. I can cry.
Let's go ahead and go to Need God real quick.
Let's do it.
And we won't have you cry later.
Okay.
In the film, you're gonna cry after we play Need God. So I want you want to introduce it.
Let's do it.
You introduce Need God.
Listen, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all over the world, street dudes, the preachers, even false prophets. All y'all listen. This is my new single. It's coming right behind One Way. So y'all get ready for it. It's the most transparent record in the world. It's gonna shake people up. Your skin gonna crawl. Need God. Feature my big bro DJ Reds. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. That is. Y'all gonna watch it with us.
Love and respect, let's move.
Whole world saying they don't need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God.
They need them.
Bullets hit that body and then they need God. And then you're about to die and they just scream God.
Y'all alright? Vicky, did I hit your questions? Okay.
Rappers keep on lying, they be even flying. And if they speak the truth, I must be a lie. It's like they all blind, leading the blind. Then why they need my God, they already shining. Then why they need my God, they already good. The whole hood love me, you misunderstood.
Make them understand.
Pop a perk, then he laying back. Homeboy hating, blow his
he can't change that. The warning came to him, he ain't take that. I guess they be thinking they good without God. And now that body bleeding, he ain't got God. Got me all in chills, I can see it's real. And where your spirit going, got me all in tears. I'm asking Holy Spirit to give me the words. Your life ain't real cause you hitting licks. Your life ain't real cause you flipping bricks. Pocket full of money and you hitting chicks. Whole world saying they don't need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God. Bullets hit that body and then they need God.
Funny, ain't
And now you about to die, now you scream God. Whole world saying they don't need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God. Bullets hit that body and then they need
Don't
God.
wait till it's too late.
And now you about to die, now you scream God. And they be selling everything, brick after brick, just to get you by the album, trick you again. Then they seen they came to college, trick you again. Why your kid doing time, stuck in the pen, flexing again, icy again. And all this fake love around, you can't buy you a friend. And you ain't really on them drugs, you promoting it in. And now your fans doing things you never was in. Real as it get, I speak truth and that's it. And you be flagging all them demons, you worshiping them. And got the people out here dying, influenced by them. And I be screaming to my lungs, the kingdom is hit. Sick as we is, we need God in this rip. And you ain't gotta lose your life to see that he rip. And I'm just preaching to myself, I know how you feel. Why these rappers out here lying, claiming they rip? Whole world saying they don't need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God. Bullets hit that body and then they need God.
They need him now.
And now you about to die, now you scream God. Whole world saying they don't need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God. Bullets hit that body and then they need God. And now you about to die, now you scream God.
Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've done for me. All the blessings you bestowed upon me. In your name I pray and I say thank you. Amen.
Half man, half reason.
DJ Reds, don't wait till it's too late. That's when you want to act like you need God. Get them while everything right. Let's move.
SBE. We figure everything goes later cause it's a long road. And cause the cross made us family, we won't get lost though. So we gon' keep spreading this message to all the lost folks. And we gon' keep blessing the people wherever we go. And they gon' feel the love of our God the way we love. So we gotta keep shining the light wherever we go. The only thing we preaching the kingdom cause that's the culture. Blessing graces to y'all from my Lord. We worship and honor you, Lord. You our Lord. Blessing graces to y'all from my Lord. We worship and honor you, Lord. You our Lord. I'm on that one way. 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 We just up in here celebrating, having a good time. Blessings on blessings got me a good vibe. And I ain't gotta smoke no dungeon to get a good high. Holy Spirit filling me up, make me the best life. As long as everything about Christ give me a new mind. As long as everything about love, then we gon' do fine. We gon' celebrate with the bread and drink new wine. The bride here, we all here, the time here. And everything you promised eternal is right here. And ain't no sad faces around us, it's all cheers. And we gon' stand bold in your presence with no fear. The best way, live on his best way. Holy Spirit presence around me, I'm on my best way. All them old problems behind me, they in my past days. In my past days. Blessing graces to y'all from my Lord. We worship and honor you, Lord. You our Lord. Blessing graces to y'all from my Lord. We worship and honor you, Lord. You our Lord. I'm on that one way. 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 Blessing graces to y'all from my Lord. We worship and honor you, Lord. You are Lord.
I can't reach across the camera and wave.
I should have got him started. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
y'all.
please don't get those started, cause I be.
I got you started.
Yeah, cause
This phrase.
yeah.
2.
It's your girl, Miss B. We just listened to live, official live. I want to call them official live right now, but it's
Yeah.
really just live. But official live, that is a single, One Way. May 21st is Tuesday. Right to follow after that is going to be the first single we played was Need God. So Need God is coming after One Way.
I need your memory.
So wait, let's talk about One Way before we get into some other stuff. Because I know I started with One Way, and you actually performed that a couple times. You got, let's talk about some endeavors. You got June the 1st, the prayer walk,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
How did that come about?
Just being a man of God, people know I'm full of the Holy Spirit, and shout out to my bro Rich Mike. You know, that's my brother already. He always doing something different for the city and recognizing, man, that how much the city need prayer. And me being a man of faith, you know what I mean? Everything I'm doing, he support. Everything he doing, I'm supporting. So
Wonderful. I want to
some good
come
stuff.
June the 1st. Where?
Yeah, Cherry Hill, right? Cherry Hill. Yeah, Cherry Hill.
Alright.
We out Cherry Hill. Yeah, it's going down.
All right, dope. So June the 1st,
Yeah.
and then May the 21st is Tuesday. That's One Way, and it's on all platforms.
All music platforms, wherever music can be found, that you can find One Way anywhere that you're looking for it. Listen, get the One Way, do the challenge, get the single. I'm telling y'all, the single is crazy. You want your kids to listen to some good music.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So One Way, then Need a God.
Yes.
Need God coming right after it.
you got coming right after it.
So what do you, any other endeavors or anything that you want to talk about? Why is it important to have a team, and why is it important to be an entrepreneur?
Oh yeah, I'm an entrepreneur all the way around the board. But it's important to really have a team, because you can't do nothing by yourself. You can't be great by yourself. And everybody it's certain things that I could never do that my team do. As far as all the talking and all the communicating emails and follow-ups and making sure that I'm gonna work all by itself, dealing with me every single day, making sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be at. And you know, they always want me to stay in creative mode. And sometimes if I ever try to do what they doing, it just don't ever work. So you gotta have people who better than you in certain areas to make things work. So that's the best part about it, you know what I mean? And then it looks so much in order when you show up places, because people respect what you're doing. They like, yo, they moving for real. You can't say nothing. You can't debate it. You know what I mean? So a team is important. And then also, me and your platform as well is important, because what happens is we come together and bring two platforms together, and it's even faster, pushing even harder.
I agree.
So that's why it's important that
Thank
we
you. I'm glad y'all
collaborate.
reached. I'm glad that we collaborated and y'all came to the
I'm
show.
turned up in here.
That's what's up.
You super fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
Thank
fine.
you. So your team is popping. You got these singles about to be pushing these singles.
About to be going down.
We know who Live is. You definitely have a testimony. What
Yes.
do you want us to know, or anyone to know about you that we don't know? Like, what is your political stance? Do you get into that?
Political?
Something you don't talk about?
I mean, I don't really. I talk about anything. If you want to
Are
know,
you-
I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm Kingdom before anything.
my dude, my type of person.
Yeah. So I'm not even one. I look at like whatever's God agenda is, and I don't look at the person. I look past the person and see the spirit that's kind of working, trying to influence the person. So I try to stay in that perspective of it. Like I don't really get too caught up in the man, because we know this thing is shady. We know this thing ain't right. So
yes.
So I try to
Yes.
figure out seeing what God doing in the situation, and seeing how I could pray for whoever president. I don't care if you Donald Trump or Obama. I'm still praying for you, regardless. From a pure place, I just want, you know what I mean. I just want, you know, people to treat it fair, and give people a fair chance.
You talk this word accountability a lot today.
Yes.
What's up with that?
If you in my life and my sister, and you asking me to help you to be everything that God called you to be, that means if a dude coming into your life and I see that he's not right for you, or you got people in your life and I see that he's not right for you, I kind of give you the wisdom of saying, yo, check this out. You see that? That's the same thing happening. Or even if you yourself not living up to who God called you to be, and you keep straying away or making mistakes, and I'm like, yo, that's not who you are. You way better than that. Every single day, I'm gonna be pouring into you and making sure that you know you ain't making those stupid mistakes. And the same way, like for me, I need you to be that way for me. So that's the same way. Like accountability ain't no joke. Like it's almost to the point. Like if I had to answer to God for your life, and ask and say to God, like, and God said, why you ain't tell V, you know, if you seen something wrong, why you ain't say something to her? And I got an answer to him like, you know what, she ain't want to listen. Like I almost got to fight you because I know who God called you to be. I know the queen He called you to be. I know He ain't called you to settle. So I gotta be that voice in your life that's speaking on behalf of God to be like, yo, you ain't falling, you ain't slipping, you gonna be great. If I got anything to do with it, so that's what accountability to me. Ain't no joke.
Live, you so live. You so live. What I have learned today is your team is important. Your connection. Oh, y'all know me. If y'all follow me, y'all know I love the Most High, man. Come on, I give you the praise on the Facebook all the time. Okay, so you dope. So in 1 year, this is what you accumulated. I would say from you said I would give it to 2014 though. Yeah. So where do you see y'all? Where do you see the Spiritual Plug Entertainment? Where do you see yourself in 2 years from now or a year from now? Like dropping your music and everything. Like, where do you?
That's a good question.
Your manager's shaking his head right now. I don't know what that means.
I believe we're gonna be in position to change, to save billions of souls. We're gonna save billions of souls because what happens is our goal and our agenda is to be Christ-like, and for people to really get a chance to see the kingdom, and ain't nothing religious about it. And I think that the biggest thing is we relatable, we love people, and we don't have no bad agendas for nobody. Our agenda is to really for people to really see the kingdom and really get a fair chance to change their life. You know what I mean? So where I see Spiritual Plug at, I see us, you know, a very prosperous ministry that a lot of churches and different traditional and all different kind of ministries can learn something from, and we can learn stuff from y'all as well. But I think the more we flow in the spirit, we still figuring it out every day. But we definitely going to a place that we can't even imagine. Like we gonna reach every corner of the earth through music and however else God using it. So that's what Spiritual Plug is. We gonna reach billions of people and touch billions of people in finances and feed country, feed homeless people, feed places, get children an opportunity to really just see who God really is, apart from this religion and tradition and four wall stuff.
I was about to have a little tear. I ain't trying to mess up my lashes, y'all. Like, come on, stop. All right, the Most High is real. If y'all don't know, y'all better get familiar. Okay.
You say that.
So, how if someone want to collaborate with you? If you are you looking for any writers on your team for your music? Like, if somebody want to collab with you, write with you, what would they have to do?
That's the first time. Well, I heard somebody ask me. They asked me if I could collab with somebody. Who would I collab for? Who would I collab with? At this point, I don't really have an idea. There's nobody that I'm interested in really working with. At one point in time, I think I was, but at this point in my career, it's like I don't really know. Like, you just gotta be spirit led, and your life gotta match up to what you're talking about. For me, unless the Lord's telling me just to do it. But other than that, not really looking for writer. I work with it. If the opportunity come and I know it's a God moment, then I'm all in it. But I'm not like really like anxious for anything. For real, I ain't anxious for nothing. I love everybody. I wanna make some things happen for the kingdom. And if that's what's anybody's agenda, let's make it happen. But I'm not like, yo, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, because as you can see, like the music it speaks for itself. It's like we over here in the reggae gospel. Now we back in the streets. Now we in the church. Like, it's already happening.
So is an EP, LP, album coming? What's coming?
Yeah.
Which one?
Spiritual Plug, the mixtape.
The mixtape.
Yeah,
okay.
mixtape.
So you're gonna have a couple. You're not collaborating on it. It's gonna be all you.
Well, shout out to Saint. He just jumped on. So he actually
He's building on that.
Yeah, he actually on as the relationships that's already organically in place. Like Saint, he on a mixtape. He gonna be on there. He got 2 records on the mixtape, or even just on the album, whatever the situation may be. But yeah, it's gonna come.
So it's a mixtape.
It's gonna be so crazy.
You know how many singles you want to have? I mean,
I think every record is single if you ask me. You ever see? Shout out to 50 Cent. Ain't nothing religious about it, bro. You see how many singles 50 Cent had on one mixtape? I'm talking about. I think every song.
That's probably why Diamond, when I was mixing my first playlist, he was like, I said it should be like a minute. He said, no, go play this everybody whole song. Don't keep listening to people. Play this music. I said, all right, Diamond. Shout out to Diamond. I'm mixing my playlist. The second one coming.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be on there.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be on
humble
there.
Though. Diamond humble. Diamond just like
he gonna be on the second one. He is. So, all right. So it's nobody you would like, if anybody that like inspire you as far as music. Like,
Inspire me as far as music. Well, can I tell you something?
yes, please.
I don't listen to nobody music. I don't. I can't tell you. I don't listen to nothing.
Anybody in the gospel?
Well, at one point in time, I listened to Bizzle. I listened to like Saint. If he sent me something for me to listen to, I listen to it.
All right, so
but
Saint.
I won't go back and listen to a lot of music, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, because I stay in creative mode. My mind is always in creative mode. We just lost on Facebook. My mind is always in creative mode. So there's nobody that I'm just. I don't watch TV. Too much TV. I just watch Sports Center. But I don't know. Vicky said I'm boring. But but when I get on the stage, they say I'm turned. So I think my life is like so narrow.
You had a lot. You had you had a lot of events just past. Mm-hmm. Did you want to speak on how to?
I like the breast cancer awareness event that we did with Radio 1.
Radio 1. Shout out to Radio 1.
Yeah. That joint was icy. That joint was on another level. Got to see a whole bunch of people who was believing God for healing, and me to be able to come out and just you know what I mean. With that paint, you see that, you know what I mean? Let them know, you know what I mean? Let them know we stamping them up, you know what I mean? Let them know that for me to be able to come out and allow them to know, like, you know, this faith, and I believe God for their healing, and it was big for me. And then we did the Angel Brown show.
The Angel Brown show.
Yeah, big real estate event that same day. We did that show that same day, and we killed that as well. Everybody who heard One Way, the first time they hear a song, by the end of the song, they singing the whole hook. All the way through.
It's very.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's
yes.
exciting. So I'm like,
that's
all right. So let's get this in rotation, so that I don't have to even rap when I'm on stage no more. I can just hold the microphone out like this.
And I'm gonna be like, I told you my one way challenge. So let's plug the one way challenge real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
The one way challenge. They listen to the record.
Yes.
They can hear it now.
They can hear. Well. Yeah, they can hear it now that they're gonna do the dance contest. On YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Click the link in my bio if you want to do the One Way challenge. You'll see the whole link tree lined up, and click One Way, and you can actually do the dance. Listen to the song and do the dance, whatever. Get jiggy with it. But that don't let that stop you from going and buying it on May 21st, because we need all the support.
Buy it.
Yeah. So
or you can just stream it for free.
Or you can just stream it for free.
Yeah, on Apple, iTunes, Spotify.
Apple's, iTunes, Spotify, all platforms. We gonna hear.
But still buy it. Still buy it.
It's the same thing, but it's okay.
One way. It's only one way to do this. It's a support, okay? All right. And then we gonna need God.
Then we need God. Yeah, you plug that in real good.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to meet. Thank you so much for coming. You welcome to come back anytime.
Wow,
so we talked about Miss Beautiful Wifey Live. Mm-hmm. We talked about your testimony.
Mm-hmm. One person we haven't talked.
Okay, come on.
Surfboard Live. Where you at, Lord Junior?
That's your son.
He on his way.
Okay. He doing music.
He had to. He ain't got no choice.
What you mean?
He ain't got no choice.
So you're not like, don't do it.
If he say he don't want to do it, then he gonna have to go. He gonna preach or something.
He gonna
have to preach.
He in the kingdom.
Yeah, him and his brother Eshawn.
So you got boys?
Well, my nephew Eshawn.
Okay, you got
one
son.
They about the same age. Yeah, that's Agent Scott's son.
That's Mr. Everett's son. So you got one son?
Yeah, he on his way. Yep, he on his way.
Oh, you got Wait, I did see. Wait, what you having twins?
That was a joke.
Oh, y'all play too much because I did see that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So it's just one boy.
Yeah, just one boy. We had twins.
I didn't want to bring that up. I'm so glad I did get to this. Yes.
I'm excited.
So it was all a joke about the twins.
Yeah, it was a
live face was like this.
Oh my God.
Did you pop it or something? You go, whoop. You said, so what is this?
Pink
you ain't move. You was like, well, what's going on? I don't understand this though. You ain't give no. Everybody looking at you like, I'm not moving yet.
Yeah.
What we doing over here? Like, what's going on?
I wasn't ready for it. It blew my mind because I'm like, yo, I seen one in there, and what's the name? And next thing you know, it's like they talking about two, and they like, no, it's for real. I'm like, no way, no.
He didn't move. He said no. When you not gonna tell me psych? Because I know I saw.
Yeah, so we got a little circle.
That was a good joke though. So you got a little congrats.
I'm happy. I'm excited.
He gonna be a junior.
Nah.
You can give him his own name, y'all.
Yeah, he gonna have his own name. I don't know his name. The only thing I know is the name Lil Live right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I'm excited my first son.
You should.
My first son.
So you got daughters?
Oh, I got a lot of daughters. I don't even know how many daughters I got. I'm still counting myself, right?
I cannot.
I don't even know. Like, how many daughters do I got? Y'all know? All I'm taking care of, though. All of them love me, and they took care of me.
Yo, he is hilarious.
I got a lot of daughters.
Like,
though.
he like-
It's real talk. Like every time you see me, you see one of my daughters with me.
Spiritual daughters.
Spiritual daughters.
Okay, so
It's
this is your
spiritual.
first son.
That's my first son. This is my first
Biological.
Yeah. Everything you say, keep talking.
Biological
Yeah,
child.
that's-
Okay.
That's my.
You is so dope and live. You gotta come back. I had a really good time with you. I just love the fact that you had the balls, the courage to be like, look, this is my music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the Most High,
Yeah.
and this is what it is, and I'm gonna support it. 'Cause
Oh,
I love the Most
so
High.
much.
So you're more than welcome to come to the V Mix. I would say Radio-on-Fire, but I just host here. But
The
you're
V-
more than welcome
the V Mix
to come
is
anytime.
stacked
I
up.
think you dope. Like, I think it's dope. I love the Most High. I always love the Most High. I be talking about the scriptures. They probably look at me like, Diamond can't know I be posting about the scriptures on
Yeah.
Facebook. I sure
Diamond be on there like this.
No, not Diamond.
Diamond
I
be
be
like,
like-
look, Diamond be in the background.
I sure do. Like, so I love it. And to have it so close to home.
Yeah. Straight up. I mean, what we doing, I don't think it's ever been done.
I just love it.
I don't think nobody has ever did what Spiritual Plug is actually doing. I don't think nobody's ever did what you doing as far as putting out a mixtape along with everybody who comes on your show. Like, people ain't doing that. Like, you showing tremendous
I don't think people
love.
understand though. But
No. But the
Thank
people
you.
who see, the thing about it is when you need to just keep people talking. You know what I mean? As long as you keep people talking, like, yo, I got a mixtape over here too. Doing this, doing. As long as you keep people talking, that's the main thing. I don't know what
It's on Audio Mac,
They just got
mixed
over
by
here,
DJ Diamond K. Make sure y'all get familiar with the first volume 1 of Get Familiar mixtape
Yeah.
playlist for artists that been on my show. It's not my music, even though I feel like I got something in me.
Yeah.
I might lay something down for
Come
volume 2. You know what I'm saying? But volume 2, stay tuned. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I can get that pushed on June the 30th. That's the date for the volume 2. I want to drop it June the 30th. I am gonna have a little birthday party, and again, all right. Everybody invited to my birthday party, so let me scratch that.
Everybody not invited or everybody
No,
invited?
you can come down.
Okay.
All right, but listen, back to school giveaway. I'm planning
Psych.
a back to school giveaway, so make sure hit me up at thevmix@gmail.com. I already got a lot of yeses. I kind of got like a venue already, like it's going down.
Yeah.
And I hope Spiritual Plug Entertainment will
Oh,
be
yeah,
a
we
part
will
of
be
it.
in there.
I want to do like 100 book bags or 200, like kindergarten to 12th grade.
Plug
They
it
come in. All right.
Plug it in with
So-
Vic. Vic gonna make it happen.
Next Saturday, the V-Mix won't be in a building. I think we got a little vacation going on. I will be back June the 1st, hopefully, with a guest.
Yes.
I want to say it's only one theory. She's going to be my guest on
Wow.
Saturday, June the 1st. Okay?
what's up.
Either way, I'm back June the 1st. Whatever guest y'all see me here with and I
Yeah.
start promoting, I'm going to be here June the 1st.
Yeah.
May the 25th, the V-Mix won't be on air. Diamond K going to Atlanta. Sorry, I had to say it out loud. So we're going to be, it's other endeavors that we got to handle. I have to do some things as well. But I will be back on June the 1st. If you're interested in hitting up the V-Mix and being a guest on my show, just hit me up on my email, or you can call 410-929-6291. Google Voice, it ain't my direct number. All right, so hit me up. Thank you for everybody who's been on my show. Thank you for everybody that's listening and supports.
Yes.
I'm honored to have Live on here today. I just had so much fun. Like, literally, I had so much fun. Shout out again to Mira's Lighthouse. She is I am the ambassador for her lashes. And she also sells hair extensions as well. So get familiar. She's sweet. She drives to you. She's mobile. She's a very sweet girl. So shout out to Mira's Lighthouse. Shout out to Diamond K. Radio-on-Fire. Okay. Shout out to WFPR 1590 AM. That is where I started. I love y'all. We still good. Shout out to Muhammad because he was up in here. How you get Muhammad up on here, Diamond? You had Muhammad pull up.
Yeah, he's here every Wednesday.
He here every Wednesday now? Oh, now I'm going to say that for behind the scenes, what I got to say. But anyway, thank y'all so much for listening. Live, what you guys say? How you going to drop me in this?
Listen, y'all. Spiritual Plug. Listen. Follow me, Official Live SP, Instagram, social media, Twitter. Y'all can go to www.spiritualplug.com and get linked in as well for merchandise and everything else what's going on. For booking, y'all need to get on this one-way tour. The one-way tour already getting booked up, so y'all need to get with this one-way tour. We show up to your city, wherever, New Orleans, New York, wherever it's at. We can make it all happen. And let's just pray. Father, we just thank you right now in the name of Jesus, Lord God. We come to you with humble hearts. We thank you right now for this interview, Lord God. We thank you for the transparency. We thank you for your strength, Lord God. We thank you for your power. We thank you for whoever needs healing right now that is already done. We thank you, Lord God, for showing people who you created them to be, you know what I mean, for their purposes, Lord God, and for them not to get caught up in no lies, but only truth, and recognizing the only thing is real about anybody, any of us, is what you say. Anything that a person say about us that's not real, Lord God, we just going to just throw that in the trash and recognize, Lord God, that you are the potter and we are the clay, and you called us magnificent. You called us masterpieces. So let us operate in that. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. There's only one way. May the 21st. Okay. I see y'all later.
Y'all ready?
Man, I'm back at the spot. How the plotting today? Yeah, I got this clown.
Look, y'all.
Man, I'm getting 30, 34. I ain't giving him the whole 36. Yeah, we gonna spend all that money, blow all that money on him.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Hey, bro, I'm at the drop, man.
Okay, how everything looking around?
Man, look good. Hey, you say little bro was laying on the location for a while, right?
Yeah, it makes me straight.
All right, listen, man, I'm going up in there. If it ain't in there, I'm smoking them, man.
Let's just hope everything get in.
All right, one.
Yeah, boy, we gotta get back down that club tonight too, man. Yeah, remember that one girl? She was doing that. Haha, you wild boy, yeah. Hold on one sec. Who is it?
Yo, what's up, brother? I know you don't know me from Adam, man, but God sent me here, man. Look, he sent me with a message. The Lord loves you. Jesus loves you. You need to repent of your sins immediately.
Man, I ain't repenting nothing, man. I'm getting this money, man. You see me, I don't need God. Yo, some dude knocking on my door talking about I need God, man. I'm chasing this check, man. What's up? Hey, yo! Hey, man, what's up, man? Didn't I just tell you I don't need God? Get on the What is that? I ain't repenting nothing, man. I'm getting this money, man. You see me, I don't need God.
Whole world saying they don't need God. Bullets get to flying and they scream God. Bullets hit that body and then they need God. And now you're about to die, now you scream God.